Hey guys, Cassie here with your cool down video. Whether you just did a HIIT workout, maybe you went on a walk or a hike, a bike ride, or you're just ending your day, this is going to be a quick little way to cool down and get yourself ready for whatever you have next. So come to the top of wherever your space is in a mountain pose, little softness to your knees, let your shoulders relax back. Take an inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, hands down. Like that again, inhale, hands up. Exhale, arms down. One more time, inhale. Step your feet out a little bit wider than hip distance apart. Take an inhale, arms reach up. Grab onto your left wrist with your right hand. Lengthen your spine, relax your shoulders down. Take an inhale. Exhale, side stretch towards the right to get a left side body stretch. Make sure your shoulders are even with one another. Press down into the outer blade of your left foot. Try to reach out through your left fingertips. And take one more breath. And peel yourself back to center. Switch, grab onto your right wrist with your left hand. Take a lengthening inhale. Side stretch to the left as you exhale for a right side body stretch. Shoulders down. Press into the outer blade of your right foot. Try to keep reaching out through your right fingertips. Peel yourself back to center. Release your hands. Take circles with your wrists as you lower your arms all the way down along the sides of your body. Beautiful. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, chin to chest as you fold down over your legs. Bend your knees quite a bit, chin to chest. Carefully round yourself up. Reach your hands back up to the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold again. Soft knees on your way down. Bend your knees a lot. Your legs are very strong. As you inhale, round yourself all the way back up. Hands to the ceiling. Fold again. Round up. Arms to the ceiling, heel toe your feet to about hip distance apart. Take a big lengthening inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Lengthen your spine, inhale, come to a half lift. Plant your hands onto your mat as you exhale. Step your feet towards the back of your space. Lift your hips up to the ceiling for downward facing dog. Try to broaden through your shoulder blades. Press down into the mounds underneath your pointer fingers. One more breath here. With an inhale, reach your right toes up to the ceiling. As you exhale, bring your right knee forward towards your right wrist, back knee to the floor. Slide your left leg out a little bit further behind you. Stay lifted on your hands or your fingertips. Try to square your hips just a little bit. You pull your right hip back, push your left hip forward. Stay active through your back left leg. Try to push the top of your leg against the floor so you feel your hamstring working, and maybe you feel an extra little stretch through your hip flexor. Shoulders down. Try to puff your chest forward. Pull the back of your head in line with your spine. And take one more breath here. Let your forearms come down to the floor for a more relaxed sleeping pigeon. Make sure you don't roll your shoulders up by your ears though and make this really uncomfortable. You've got to stay somewhat active, shoulders back, long spine. Take one more breath here. And start to plant your hands onto the floor underneath your shoulders to lift your torso up. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee off the floor, and step back into downward facing dog. Pedal out your heels here maybe a little bit. Left side, take an inhale, reach your left toes to the ceiling. Exhale, bring your left knee forward towards your left wrist. Slide your right leg out a little bit further behind you. Try to keep your hips squared. Try to press the top of your right leg down against the floor. Shoulders back, chest forward. Back of your head in line with your spine. You're not trying to crank into the back of your neck and look at your ceiling, or your ceiling, the ceiling. This one is particularly good if you've been sitting at a desk all day, if you went on a hike, a walk, if you're doing cardio, all of that stuff that uses your hip flexor to help lift your leg up, or, the sitting position even. Let your forearms come down to the floor. Relax. But don't dump, no dumping into your shoulders. And take one more breath here. Come up onto your hands so that you can lift your torso up. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee off your mat, and step into downward facing dog. Bring your body forward into a plank. Let your knees come down onto the floor. Lower all the way down to your belly. We're going to stretch out your shoulder here a little bit. Take your right arm stretched out wide to a T position. Make sure that your wrist is in line with your shoulder and it's not above or below it. Tiptoe your right fingertips a little further away from you. Roll towards your right side. Now, pain is not gain, especially when you stretch your shoulder. So if you feel any shoulder pain here, back out of it until you don't anymore. Lots of options for your left leg. You can have your left foot planted on the floor behind you, knee points to the ceiling. If that's uncomfortable on your knee, you can stretch your left leg out behind you. Or you could even bring your left knee onto the floor by your torso, kind of like if you were sleeping or something in your bed. Now, if you've got some discomfort in your chest here and you need to pick some things up, move them out of your way, you do it. Take one more breath here. Carefully roll back onto your belly and stretch your left hand out to the side in a T position. Tiptoe your left fingertips a little further away from you and start to roll towards your left side, checking in for any pain or discomfort in your left shoulder or in your right knee, and just adjust accordingly so that you still feel a stretch through your shoulder and your pec, but you're not in any pain. Take one more breath here. Carefully start to unwind, come back onto your belly. We'll make that a little bit more intense for your pecs. So you won't get as far in the pose, but you'll get deeper into your pectoral muscles. Bring your right arm out to a goalpost position. Make sure your elbow is in line with your shoulder. Slide your right arm a little bit further out to the right. Roll towards your right side. And take another breath. And gently start to roll onto your belly again. Bring your left arm out to a goal pose position. Slide your left arm a little bit further out to the left as you roll towards your left side. Take one more breath here. Roll over onto your belly again. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Press into your hands. Start to lift your torso up. Bring your big toes together. Open your knees wide. As we come into child's pose, I want you to thread your right arm underneath your left. Keep your torso squared to the floor as you sink your hips towards your heels. Relax your shoulders back and just ever so slightly try to guide your right shoulder back in towards its socket so that puts just a little bit of friction of your arm against the floor and helps you get a little bit deeper into some of the muscles through your upper arm. But really gentle with that friction. You don't want to really tug on anything. Take one more breath. Press down into your left hand, peel your torso up just enough so that you can stretch your right arm out in front of you. Thread your left arm underneath your right. Lower your torso towards the floor. Relax your shoulders. Ever so gently guide your left shoulder back towards its socket. Take another breath here. Press into your right hand enough so that you can peel your torso up, stretch your left arm out in front of you, and come all the way down into a child's pose. Slide your hands back underneath your shoulders. Press into your hands so you can peel your torso up. Sweep your legs off to one side so that you can sit down onto your booty. Cross your legs in front of you. Shoulders back. Hug your rib cage in. Take an inhale. Reach your arms up to the ceiling. As you exhale, twist. Reach your left hand forward, reach your right arm back, twist to the right, but keep your hands in line with your shoulders. So hands not down to the floor, because I want you to use your core to be here. One more breath. Inhale, come back to center. Both arms reach to the ceiling. Exhale, twist to the left. Right arm forward, left arm back, shoulders down. Take one more breath here. Inhale, both arms reach back to the ceiling. Let your hands come down onto the floor in front of you. Uncross your legs, tuck your toes, lift your hips to the ceiling. Downward facing dog. Inhale, lift up onto the balls of your feet. Look at your hands. Exhale, bend your knees. Step your feet to your hands. Lengthen your spine. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Relax your head. Inhale, stand tall. Sweep your arms up. Exhale, hands come down to your heart center. I hope that you feel nice and cool and stretched after whatever work it was that you just did, and I'll see you for the next time.